Hello guys, welcome back, or welcome if you guys are new here. My name is Xander Simos. I am a professional dodgeball player and a videographer, and I just want to talk to you guys about some things that happened in 2025 and how we are going to set up for those things in 2026 and some of the future plans for this channel and for myself, and hope you guys enjoy. So I'm currently editing the 2025 or last video that I have to do in 2025, and it's a travel video. You guys will see it soon, but I've kind of just been in this watching podcasts and or watching YouTube channels about the law of attraction and other things like that, and just how it'll get to you eventually. You'll figure it out. But for me myself, I've had a bit of a abrupt and shitty ending to 2025. A lot of bridges were burned. A lot of things were taken from me. Things that I self-inflicted for the most part, and then some things that were just completely out of the blue. So, and they're all unrelated things, which is unfortunate because some things you can't control, some things you can't control, and some things you did to yourself. So I just wanted to start 2026 with a fresh slate, pretty much. My mind is completely reset onto the new schedule of things that I'm be doing. Hopefully starting another job soon, and we're going to be working on a lot more projects, and hopefully a lot different sort of posting schedule for this channel, because this is something that I have really enjoyed and tried to pour my heart into for the past couple of months, and I guess a year at this point. I had set a goal at the beginning of last year, and I actually had made a video that I uploaded on the channel so that I could watch it in 2026. Or at the same time, New Year's. I took it actually on New Year's when I was here in pretty much the exact same spot. I was actually in my garage, and I was lifting weights and just angry at the world, I think, a bit. And I took that video a year ago, and I've realized that I'm in a way better position now. And you don't really learn things like that unless you go and see or go look at your memories from a year ago and realize how much or how different your life has been and how much you've actually achieved from the things that you wanted to achieve. But it all feels negligible, or you expected it to happen because you wanted it to, or I guess there's no sense of I did this until you really go look at it. And for me, I wanted to post a certain amount of YouTube videos this year, and I actually hit the number. Just kind of insane. And I didn't think I would, and I didn't even look until I think a week ago that I noticed that I hit 50 videos, and I wanted to just hit that number because I was working more than 40 hours a week, and I've just been trying to acquire video footage or camera gear and footage from tournaments, and just network myself in between companies and try to get a sponsorship here and a sponsorship there and try to meet people. And all that things mean a lot, but I didn't document as much as I wanted to. So for 2026, my plan is to document most of my day every day when I am traveling, and to post a reel a week. And there's a bunch of little numbers that I want to hit, but for the most part, I just want to put this out there. Capturing your life is really important. Taking photos, taking videos, hanging out with your friends, and engaging and creating these emotions and connections in between people are the most important things in the world. And this is one of the reasons why I want to make this travel video, is to explain that the past years, so many people have come into my life that have made it so much more positive, and I've focused a lot on the negative. And I think for 2026, my goal is to focus on the positive, live life with a positive mentality. I think for the past year, I've been thinking, oh, I just got this. Oh, I just got this. Or I just talked to these people. It's I get to talk to these people. I get to own all these things that I do, and I get to go do the things that I am able to do. I'm so blessed to be able to do that. And I think I took advantage of it last year, and I think that's why my mentality was weak. And a lot of the things that, I want to say, the bridges that I burned were probably for the better. So we'll see for 2026 how that turns out. I've got a lot of things planned at the beginning of the year. There's a tournament in January, Dodgeball Toronto's kickoff, where we will be playing with Shred, and there's a special guest on the team that is pretty cool. Mostly for Shred, though, we are trying to stick with the same 6-7 player. Okay, I didn't mean that. 6 or 7 players for the rest of the season. We unfortunately had a player drop out due to like a family issue, so we're replacing him with a player that did really well at last year's Clash, and he is gonna be back. So stay tuned. But back to it. Let's talk about. But back to it. Let's talk about how you can influence your future or your 2026 starting now. I've created a roadmap. I've also dropped my hours at work, and I'm going to be working less and working more on creative things like this. But I'm creating a schedule for myself to be able to stay accountable to this and finish or get to my goals pretty much. I think creating a system and creating a schedule that you can follow with ideas that are already preset and things that you want to do, and just going out and doing it. I don't really care at this point how good it looks or if it's perfect yet, because I know from my experience from last year, the first video from the year, which is my Tucson video, I'll put a clip right here. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm chilling at the top. Tell them, yeah, that's me. All the way to the last video from API, I can tell that I've just gotten so much better at doing these things, and the speed at which I do it, the amount of knowledge that I have about the intricacies of Premiere and little things and cameras, and it's just gotten so much better over the past year. And for myself, that's what's important. Is just putting it out there and getting better every time. And I think that's why I liked sports so much, is because I could always just get out there and try. And no matter how much I tried, I knew that I was getting better in some form or fashion. So that's the goal. I hope you guys have a blessed New Year's. I know today is going to be a very late upload. It's going to be at midnight on New Year's Day. So we'll see how that goes. But I want you guys all to keep this in mind when you guys are starting and putting together your 2026 plan. You can do it. You can do anything you want to do. You just have to do it more than once, and you have to actually sit down and do it, because that's the most important part. If you don't do it, you're never going to get better. So I would say go enjoy time with your family, good time with your friends tonight, and just don't forget where you were last year and where you came from, because that's the most important thing. I appreciate you guys all for watching these videos. Peace.